America. I'm here with our president, Jimmy Carter. President?
Louis Palacios, how are you?
Good, thank you. I'm here just to talk about how you did it. How'd you just do it? You started.
How did I do what?
Become president. Because from the history, you were a farmer of some sort.
Oh yeah, that's correct. I grew up on a peanut farm. My farm, peanuts, wasn't that much of a successful business. There was a lot of struggling, farming those peanuts every morning, every night, peanuts all day. So.
How about your early life in general?
Well, I was born October 1st, 1924, at Plains, Georgia. And my dad was a businessman. He was a lieutenant in the Army. My mother was a nurse in a hospital, and we moved a lot. And I had my brothers and sisters, Gloria, Ruth, and Billy. And I got along with my parents. My father bought a big piece of land, and we lived in a neighborhood full of African American families. So this is the time during segregation, all that bad stuff. So I learned to connect with these people.
Okay, that's good. That's nice.
Yeah.
So you picked your favorite. Yeah. That's one of your outcomes, probably your factors.
It wasn't all that bad, and eventually I grew up and I inherited the anchors my father owned, and I became the farmer myself.
Oh, that's nice. Well, from 1 year of Senate and then to final presidency, congrats for that. Let's talk more specific things about the Camp David Accords. What was that?
So the Egyptian president, Anwar Sadat, and Israel's prime minister made a camp they signed a Camp David Accord September 17th, 1978 in Washington, D.C. It called for a formal peace treaty to be signed between Israel and Egypt, and within 3 months, it called for an establishment diplomatic relations between the two countries. Also for Israel, withdrawal stages to be completed 3 years. It called for further meetings to resolve conflicts that I had. And the meeting would include Jordan and a representative from Palestinian people. The 5-year traditional period of Israel withdrawal from the West Bank and Gaza.
Yeah.
And this period would, have the Palestinian people have the self-government.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Also, what was the Iran hostage crisis? What was that about? Give us a scare.
I can explain that. You see, the Iran hostage crisis referred to within Iran and Persia was a diplomatic crisis between Iran, us, the United States. 52 American diplomats and citizens were held hostage for 444 days from November 4th, 1979 to January 20th, 1981. After a group, of Iranian students belonging to the Muslim student followers of Imam's line, 2 supporters in the revolution took over, the U.S. Embassy in Tehran. Myself, we called the hostages victims of terrorism and anarchy, adding that the United States will not yield to blackmail. We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Okay. Interesting. What was the energy crisis all about?
The energy crisis was 79 oil crisis shock occurred in the United States due to less oil output during the Iranian Revolution. In 1973, the global politics, the power balance was impacted, and OPEC, lost influence. But in 1980, following the outbreak of Iran through Iraq War, oil production in Iran nearly stopped. And Iraq's oil production was severely cut as well after the 1980s. Oil prices began a 20-year decline, eventually researching a 50% fallout during the 1990s.
Wow. There goes a lot of that money. Huh. downturn?
The economic downturn, the 1973 and 1975 recession of 1970s. A recession was a period of economic stagnation in much of the Western world during the 1970s, putting an end to general post-World War II economic boom. It differed. It differed from many previous recessions, being stagflation, where high unemployment, preceded with high inflation. The period was also described as more as a little ease, compared to the Great Depression.
All right. Well, that's all my questions. So we're probably done here. So thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Take care and be good to us Americans. And okay, bye bye.